Hi, tonight I'm going to show you how I make brioche. And what you're going to need is 2.5 teaspoons of dry yeast, a half a cup of warm water, and dissolve the yeast in the warm water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and there's a half a teaspoon of salt also in there, 5 eggs, 1 egg white, 3/4 of a cup of butter, and 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and 1 egg yolk, and a tablespoon of water. And you're going to mix that together and set that aside for later. That's going to be brushed on the bread before it goes into the oven. Okay, so first you are going to dissolve your yeast in your water and get that all ready. And then you're going to add your sugar and your salt and your eggs and your egg white and your butter together in the bowl, and then add your yeast to that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So, got my handy tool here. Couldn't find my whisk, but this is a whisk. Just an old type of whisk. Okay, add the salt and the sugar, egg white, set this aside, our melted butter, and now our yeast. Our yeast and our water. And then we're going to mix that up. And then we're going to need 2 cups of flour first. And then we'll add the rest in a little while. One. And I get my flour like this out of the bowl, that way I'm not packing down the cup. You'll get an inaccurate measurement that way. Just level it off. Stir this in. And after you're done doing this, you're supposed to add in the remaining flour. Now I have to add in the last 1.5 cups of flour. Tell you, this thing really works good. The dough is it's smooth, a little stiff, but so it gives your arm a workout, but this thing really is good. So I need a 1/2 cup more. Now when you're finished, you're gonna end up with a very sticky dough. It's supposed to be like that. It's pretty smooth. I mean, we're just gonna do this until it's smooth. Scrape it from the sides, and then we're going to cover it with plastic wrap, put it in a warm place, and let it rise. Alright, so that's it for right now. We're going to leave this sit for about an hour and then we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. It's been about an hour and the dough has risen. Now we have to punch it down, and we're going to do that by stirring it like 25 times. Don't really have to be that exact, but that smells so good. We're going to flour the counter. And it's going to be a real sticky dough, so make sure you have enough flour. Alright. This is going to be real runny. Just going to sprinkle a little flour on top so I can handle it. And we're just going to work in a little flour until we can knead it slightly and make it nice and smooth, and it's just way too wet and this is how it's supposed to be. It's just work. Oh, that is so nice and smooth. Okay, I don't want to get too much flour in here, but I think we'll need a little more. It's still sticky over here. So we're just going to knead this for a little while, and then we're going to grease up these bread loaf pans and put the bread in here and bake it. Wow. That is okay, these have risen for a half hour. Now we're going to put the egg wash on them, and we're going to stick them in the oven at 375 degrees. Gently. Stiff brush. Alright, these are ready to go into the oven at 375 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes until golden brown. Okay, I'll be back when they're done. Yeah.
Look at that bread. That is fabulous bread.
Alright, it's been a half hour. Just took it out of the oven. I just popped them out of the pans, came right out. And they smell so good.